Really? Fucking really, Oda? Like, really? Like, yo. I can't. Fuck it. I can't no more. Like, yo. Oda. Oda! Oda! What the fuck, yo? Like, that chapter. That chapter, though, yo. Oh my god, Sanji! Sanji! What the Oda. Oda, you're killing me, bro. You're killing my health right now. This greatness. So in case you can't tell, I'm pretty fucking psyched about this chapter because it was insane, and it's like, this chapter, hands down, was one of the stepping stones to making me 10 times more of a Sanji fan than I've ever been. That was just manly, that was awesome, that was great for his character, and honestly, it just made me really shoot up as a Sanji fan. Because I've always liked Sanji. Everybody always, like the Straw Hats for the most part, almost all of them are likable. There's maybe like 2 that I would say that I'm not the biggest fans of, but for the most part, almost everybody's like, oh, Sanji's cool. But this chapter made me go from Sanji's cool to that is my fucking dude, Sanji Vinsmoke, bro. So judging from how things are looking regarding the Vinsmoke family, I'm thinking it's very possible that the Vinsmoke family could possibly either be again what everybody has suspected of nobility, or possibly even some mafioso family. This chapter definitely was kind of hinting that they could very well be something along the lines of that as well. And then you gotta wonder, how is it that Sanji was able to cross over the red line? Because there's only a couple different ways you could do it. You could either go on the Fishman Island, and we know based on when we've seen Fishman Island, he's never been there. So how was it that he was able to cross over? He had to have gotten permission. That means his family name, either his family gave him the permission, which I highly doubt, because now that they found out they're, wildly looking for him. So he possibly snuck out and used his family name to cross over the red line and got the permission or whatever. Like, how the fuck does that happen? Because again, when they found him in East Blue, he's like, oh no, I'm from North Blue or whatever. So you gotta wonder just how was he able to do it, and that means that he got the permission to do it. How did he get that permission? He must have tricked somebody. When he was a kid, he must have used his family name to his advantage to get the fuck away from them. But it got me wondering if he left somebody behind that he actually genuinely cared about, because seemingly if you leave your family like that and you're like, oh, I thought I'd never see them again or whatever, that means they really don't give too much of a fuck about almost all of them. But something that Vito whispered into his ear made me wonder, I mean, for starters, what the fuck did he whisper? But he was asking like, how would you know that? And he got like this worried face and everything. Maybe somebody that he actually still cares about is back there and is like, oh shit, if I don't do this, if I don't comply, they're gonna hurt that person. Maybe they, kind of using that as a threat. There's something there, because Vito whispered something in his ear, and that made him, all right, you know what, I'm gonna go. I mean, I got my Nakama free from this shit, but I'm gonna go. How is it that Sanji thought he'd never have to deal with this part of his past? If he knew that Luffy at some point, he always had that, like expectation, Luffy's gonna be great, we're gonna be great, we're getting up there slowly. He knew that they were gonna get popular. Wouldn't he suspect that his family would eventually come looking for him? Unless it's the fact that they got rid of him. They didn't want him, maybe, because why else would he be surprised that they're looking for him? It could be that they very well did not give a shit about him. They didn't care about him. Maybe they threw him out, and maybe they were the ones that actually granted the request for him to cross over the red line. They're the ones that got the permission to get rid of him to begin with. Holy snap. Alright, so while I'm editing the review, I came up with another crazy theory. In the chapter, Sanji basically said the same person that set up the marriage is the same person that set up the wanted only alive poster. What if the entire time, the reason why the bounties kept on coming out with like a side of his face or somebody else and not actually completely his face was because that person was rigging it? That person was actually picking the wrong picture so that way his face doesn't completely come up. Maybe at first it could have been to hide the shame that somebody from the Vinsmoke is a pirate, or it could have been that they just were protecting him and then ultimately said, fuck it, nah, I want him back. What if that was being rigged the entire time and we thought it was just this funny joke, but there was actually a purpose behind it? And oh my gosh, when Sanji was there with the gun to Caesar, the intensity, getting the Straw Hats free from there, and the smile, oh my god, the smile that he gave, I'm not even gonna lie, it's giving me fucking like chills right now. It's just, oh, this chapter, best chapter so far this year, One Piece. And I don't know, man, the intensity, like, Oda, you're fucking killing me. This is too much right now, bro. This is too good. And I'm wondering, because based on the whole thing of like no one can harm him, wanted alive or whatever, it's not necessarily about the money, but he also said it along the lines of like, you're not gonna do it because you're gonna get fucked up if you do it. So I'm curious, would Big Mom not even be able to harm Sanji? Is Sanji protected even from people of that stature, or because she's so up there she wouldn't give a fuck to war with anybody? And if you notice one thing, Neko Mamushi again looking beast, because of the fact that Capone want none of that. that. Capone was like, yo, I'm getting on my little fucking Segway and I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I don't want that big ass pussy motherfucker all over me. That sounded totally wrong. To my buds, there's this chick I gotta see. I'll be back. I promise. Like, oh my god. Amazing chapter, One Piece. 10 out of 10 for this chapter, One Piece. I haven't gotten this excited about a One Piece chapter in quite some time, but this was, I don't know, it's just something like Rescue Sanji arc incoming, and it was nicely played, Oda. Nicely fucking played. The year of Sanji, baby. Let's go. Let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. How did you feel about Sanji? Everything. What do you think? Could his family be a mafia family that's like really high up there? Also, was it that they possibly were the ones that got rid of him? They were like, nah, we don't want him, and that's how they got the permission to cross him over the red line? And what do you think it was that Vito whispered in Sanji's ear? Like, was it that they captured somebody and he got to go back to save them? And like, just how did you feel about this chapter? Again, this is one of those, oh my fucking god, insane One Piece chapters. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed anything about this video, make sure to drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.